We play the Garden more than you play the Garden. I'm telling you right
yes,
now.
Yes, I know you do.
Man.
I know because you get a deal.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
Joe Coy, he's right here.
Yay!
I found him.
Yes.
Slithering around the hallways.
Yes.
Of course, Joe is everywhere. Tonight, out at Prudential Center in Newark. That's a great place.
Thank you.
You play some really fantastic halls.
I love it.
Like I was saying, Radio City. I would love to play Radio City. He's like, nah, that Radio City is great.
Well, I played it. I played it twice.
Yeah, but then you said the Garden is where we all want to play.
The Garden is the Mecca.
Oh, okay.
That's the Mecca.
What is it that makes it the Mecca for you?
You can feel it. You can feel the energy when you walk in. There's just like this nostalgia when you walk in. The look from the outside, the way it just sits inside the city, just looks like you need to be here. You know, when I used to play Caroline's, I used to always walk by the Garden, and they used to go, "Oh, do you want tickets to the Knicks, or do you want tickets?" They would always offer me tickets, and I always turned them down because I said, the only time I'm going in the Garden is if I'm opening for somebody or if I'm, headlining.
Right.
And I waited a long time. I waited a long time. It took me like 18 years, and I finally did it.
Wow.
Yeah. By the way, the most expensive arena you can possibly play is the MSG. Yeah.
Well, we have our Jingle Ball there, right?
Uh-huh.
Every year.
Oh, and you guys get a deal with MSG.
But they tell the artists.
I don't get a deal.
We don't
but
get a
they
deal.
tell the artists we have to
Yeah,
be.
you do.
We do not.
Who are you?
We don't get a deal.
So there's BS right now.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is. You do get a deal. You guys,
We don't get-
there's no way in
No.
hell you guys are paying outright for that.
I believe we get a deal.
They have told the artists before we have to be done with the show at this time,
Yes,
or
it's-
we pay a big fine.
Oh, a huge
so why
fine.
are we getting a deal if we have to pay a fine?
No, but you're getting
That's
a
the
deal
union.
on the
venue.
rental of the
No, we
building.
don't.
No,
Yes, you
I
do.
don't
we
think
don't.
so.
Hey, Joe.
You're not going to sit here and tell me you don't get a deal.
Can I
You're
say
not.
something?
I'm about to set this whole soundboard on fire. Something that it does on its own. I'm going to help it out.
You can't take credit for that.
Maybe I know why it sets on fire all the time.
I'm going to say something. I'm going to say
Yeah?
something. I'm going to say something here, and you're going
God.
to. I've never said this to anyone in my life.
Okay.
We play the Garden more than you play the Garden. I'm telling you right
Yes,
now.
I know you do.
man.
I know because you get a deal. Come on, man.
I'm
We're
going to throw a
not helping
stapler at you. So tonight you're at a Prudential Center, and
Yes.
we
Wait, that's where the Devils play, by the way. Those
I
are
know.
my Devils.
Exactly.
By the way, when you're a performer, like ice skating rinks, or even though they cover it up, or if they turn it off, whatever it is, you feel it. You feel it.
You feel the ice?
It goes right into your. I should pause when I say this, but it goes right into your throat.
Yeah, really.
Go on.
My God.
I mean, I'll stop right there.
No.
But
No, this is
can't talk.
This is where I start. Okay, so anyway, we have a commercial that's playing on our show. And
Okay.
I'm going to play it in a second because there's a couple things in the commercial I want to talk about. Which is
Okay.
great. It's okay. Anyway.
Is it you plugging the Garden?
No. It's about tonight's show
Hence the deal?
at Prudential Center. So I said to Gandhi, are there any seats available tonight? Because we're playing a commercial. Maybe we're just charging them for commercial and they don't need it.
I wanna go.
And you looked it up and you said to me,
Your prices are way too reasonable.
Yeah.
And I said,
You need
And
to
that's
make
where
them
they
much
should be.
higher.
But
No,
are they more
what?
expensive when you play the Garden?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm getting last second tickets. This is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, I can
Okay.
do
By the
it.
way, I do that. I've done that my whole career.
You
So,
make that decision?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna-
yeah, I'd make that. I rent the room. It's me. Everything's me.
Wow.
Whenever you rent an arena, that's not someone hiring me.
well, that's
it's
the thing
me.
about Joe
Very
Coy. Joe
considerate.
Coy
Yeah.
wants his fans to come see him, and
Yeah.
he doesn't want them to feel like they've been ripped off.
Don't get
right?
me wrong. Like, I have my platinums, which are crazy, right? You know what I mean? But we also have to do that to combat the scalpers. You know what I mean? So you have to make it hard for them to buy your ticket.
yeah.
Like, I hate doing it, but you literally have to do it. Because if you keep it at a certain price point, then boom, they'll buy everything.
I know, but you know what?
Wow.
Funny is Funny
It's crazy,
World Tour
right?
Yeah.
back in 2023, it broke records. You were obviously you were ripping the fans off back then. You decided to bring it back.
Clearly.
To tote it back.
I didn't rip anyone off.
He doesn't get any deals. So neither do the fans.
Okay, all right. I'm solid, Joe. Hey, but
This is coming from a guy that's talking into a gold-plated microphone to match his gold-plated jacket.
oh well.
Busted.
this guy?
I'm not pretending to be someone I'm not. Anyway, Joe Coy is here, and of course, Just Being Coy tour tickets are on sale. You've got how many more nights beyond tonight? I mean, do you have left in the tour?
It just started. I started last week.
Oh my God! So you've got a lot. So how many?
It's the beginning of the tour.
How many nights?
I don't know.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's usually like 4 shows a weekend, 3 to 4. Yeah. Last week was crazy because that was the beginning of this tour,
right?
And that was nuts because it was where the Rockets play, and then we went to where the Spurs play, and then we went off to this small town in Texas, but they had an arena,
right?
And we sold that out, and that was like crazy to do something like that.
Well, of course, on Netflix,
yes.
Your Brooklyn show.
Yes.
That was several months ago, and I loved it. What an incredible... What are you looking at?
Huh? It's the reflection of the light hitting the gold microphone. And I tried to look into your eyes, but I was blinded. So
it actually hurts your teeth.
Just talk to me and don't try and figure out why people are closing their eyes when they talk to you.
Okay, so Joe, your Live from Brooklyn show on Netflix, one of my favorites. They're all great. But the thing is, all that stuff you did on that show, it's done. You can't do that anymore.
No.
Right?
No.
So now
that was an expensive special. That was the most expensive one out of all the specials I did.
Expensive?
Well, your union was very expensive.
Right.
Renting out King's Theater was so expensive. I built out my stage, so I wanted to show the King's Theater how beautiful it was. It's 100 years old. It's like a historic landmark, and you guys have it. You guys preserved it. It's gorgeous. They don't have theaters like that anymore. They blow them up, and you guys kept it. And so I put my stage in the front, and I lit up the room so you can see it in every shot.
It's incredible.
And then instead of a backdrop of like my name or something, I put a brick wall. I built that brick wall behind me.
Usually they try to cover up brick walls. He built it.
Yeah.
What do you do with that when it's over?
You throw it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right into the Hudson.
But mine was made out of chocolate.
Okay. Ate it.
Schnozberries. Well, I know, but those jokes are done. I mean, that material, those stories are done.
By the way, those songs that I did in there.
Right? Are they done?
Those were the most expensive songs ever. I wasn't even going to do those songs. It was just, I was in the moment, and I just did it. And then, and right when I walked back, I looked at the producers. I know it's going to be a lot.
So you're talking about the mumble rap stuff?
Yeah.
Right.
Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. He just passed. And,
okay, let me play the commercial, because you kind of started off. Do you even hear the commercials we run for you?
Yes.
Because he listens all the time.
He's such a liar.
He has no freaking clue.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Like I said I didn't get a discount on MSG.
Okay, just listen. Okay, here's how you are represented, but you actually start this conversation in these commercials.
Joe Coy, Just Being Coy Tour.
Mentally, I've become my dad. My dad was like, oh, you listen to that hippity hoppity? And now I'm sounding like my dad because I'm like, you're listening to that mumbly mumbly? You're listening to that mumbly mumbly mumbly? I don't even say words. Mumble, mumble, mumble.
Friday, September 20th, Prudential Center.
And it was
That's such a true story, by the way. My son hated my rap when stuff.
Dad.
Oh, he hated it. He didn't understand it. He thought it was stupid, and all he listened to was, that. I don't want to plug him, but rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. He passed away. So he passed, but dude, I didn't get it, and I started feeling old. Like I started when I took home, Run DMC and Beastie Boys and all that Def Jam stuff. My dad was doing that to me. Oh, hippity hoppity, Oh, you like the hippity hoppity? This is music, and it's like Aerosmith, and I'm like, yeah, that's Run DMC, Dad. And he's like, how dare you say that? How dare you say that? And now I've turned into that, and but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did it because that joke went viral. It cost a lot of money. I was not going to do it.
It cost so much money getting rights for things.
Yeah, the licensing on that was so expensive, and every second was just so much money. And
but worth every penny, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, the Big East State reached out. They gave me, everything. Like they're doing collabo shirts with me, and it's like it's kind of cool. Mrs. Wallace, saw it, and like it's so cool, man. And big shout out to the Biggie estate. And now we're doing this collabo shirt, and I'm gonna give proceeds to to the Wallace Foundation.
It all started with, not to trivialize it, it all started with a joke. Right?
Oh,
a story.
yeah.
And now look how big it just avalanched.
Yeah.
Never ever expecting it to do this.
But I was being true to myself, though. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't doing it. Like, I really didn't want to do it. That's why when even my DJ in the back, he didn't even know what to do when I said that. I was even like pausing in between my setup because I knew he wasn't prepared for it.
Right.
And then I was to play it, and he had it queued up. That was a moment that I'll always treasure, because it really was. It was not supposed to happen.
But it did, and that's all that matters.
Did, yeah.
But my point is this. You've used that material. Now you're out on a new tour. We need new material for Joe. So if you want to text in some jokes, some stories. I don't
want to talk about other people's families. I'll just talk about mine. You know what I mean? I'll just let my son do all the work.
And I hate to ever call it jokes because they're stories. And your son, I love it when you talk about your son.
I love it too.
Because I don't know, even though
I'm a little sad now he's 21.
Well, I know, but you still talk in his voice as if he's 14 years old.
No.
A little bit.
No.
You don't do that anymore?
No.
Because I love it when Dad.
Dad, yeah. Dad.
Oh, Dad, no.
He still kind of does that.
Oh, see? Okay.
He still kind of does that.
You never want that to leave.
Yeah. Like, he loves to do this too. I don't get it. He loves to say that. I don't get it. What?
He probably doesn't.
All right, that's dumb.
That's cringe. My, that's just cringe. Don't do it.
Oh, God.
Like, oh, gosh.
Dad, you're being sus. I'm like, oh, God.
You're a little sus.
Oh, God. What?
You're loving it.
No, I do. I love it. I love him being on the road with me. You know what I mean? There was a lot of sacrifices that I took, and I get sad when I think about it sometimes. And, I missed a lot of birthdays. I remember crying, when I was on the road sometime. But now it's like, oh, okay, this is why I did it. He gets to live his best life.
Right. You're a good dad.
I sacrificed a lot, man. I really did, man.
We've never met your son, but I know he's a good kid.
You'll love him.
Because the way you speak about him, it speaks volumes about what kind of dad you are.
He's an amazing kid. He's an amazing man. He's so cool.
I know you said he did often. So I don't get it. Does he get it now? Does he use hey, my dad's Joe Coy to ever flex? And,
he loves it. Yeah. Yeah, he loves it.
But he probably loves it when it's convenient to him.
No.
Oh, no. Is everything?
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
Yeah. He won't take a picture with me.
Yeah.
He won't post things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's so sweet to his mommy, so I love that too. And he's sweet to his aunt. Like, I love how caring he is about them as well. Like, he always thinks of them. I love that.
He understands the importance of family.
Yeah, he really does. I love that.
Well, look, obviously you got that from you because it's all you talk about is your family.
Yeah.
In glowing terms and in sometimes fun and funny terms. But look at this, Joe.
Well,
Coy.
my mom and dad was divorced, right?
Right.
And like when I was like 9, 10, right? So we kind of had it rough when Gemma and I were kids. And then and I even told Gemma this. I was like, when I divorced Angie, I said, I will never do what they did. You know what I mean? We're going to be the opposite of that. I even told Angie, you don't need a lawyer. I got you. And I was right at Nordstrom Rack. I was like shelving shoes at the time. I go, whatever happens in my career, I got you. Don't worry about it. And I've been like that. We've been best friends ever since. I bought her a house in front of my house. She lives right next to me.
That's awesome.
I'll wake up and she's drinking coffee in my living room. Ask my sister. I'm not even making this up. When I go on family vacations, Angie's right next to us. I want us to be even though we weren't married, we're still like best friends. We got this great son together. And we do things together. Like, if I'm going to take my son to London, I'm taking his mommy. We're going to share this together. Like, all three of us are going to go to London.
You know what I love hearing about, and why I love hearing this from you, Joe Coy, is, there are a lot of artists like you who are on the road talking about the family, and that's their material, and it's funny. When you know that it's all from a place of love, and sometimes you can rib each other a little bit because that's a part of the being a family. Yeah. I think that makes a difference with your fans and with me. I'm a fan too. Hey, you're like rolling through your third decade. It's your third decade of doing this for a living. Yeah. How has the art of, if you want to call it comedy, the art of being a comic, how has that changed? Can you look back at those first early lean years and compare them to today?
I love still what I did in the past, and I keep telling the young cats that are coming up now, like, tangible things are always going to be the best way of marketing yourself.
Describe that, tangible things.
Like, when I was coming up, and this is why Angie's so like my ex. I used to burn DVDs because I didn't have a DVD yet, so I would burn them. I would go to like this electronics store. It's called Fry's. I don't know if they have it here, but I would buy a stack of DVDs, the blank ones. It was $100 for 100, so it's $1 a disc, right? I'd buy like 3 of those a week. So every weekend I would go out. I would burn these DVDs that I made myself, right? And then I get a jewel case, and I took a picture of my son that was crying, and I would slip that in the jewel case.
We call that artwork.
Yeah.
All right.
To this day, it's still my logo. It's my son crying to this day. And literally, we would burn those DVDs. And if I could, I would sell them for like $5 a pop. You know what I mean? It's like it's $100 for a stack. You sell them for $500, you make $400 for the weekend, right?
Right.
But then I wouldn't sell that many, right? I'd sell like maybe 20 of them on the weekend, and I would just hand them out for free. I would just hand them out as much as I can, like candy during Halloween. I would just keep handing it out. Every time I did a show, I'd have 1,000. Ask Gemma. We'd print. Oh, that's the logo right there. And ask Gemma. I would print 10,000 flyers, and I still do it to this day. And I would hand them out. Right, Gemma? Like right now, I got my Brooklyn special on Netflix. I have how many? Probably like 20,000 flyers, and I will hand them out. I don't care. It's like you get it into their hands, and you let them know about your product. You know what I mean?
So we're talking
you invested in it, so let them know about it. Don't just sit there and wait for it to happen.
We're talking 20-something years ago, right?
30.
Okay. Hey, so if you have one of Joe Coy's original home-burned CDs, text me at 55100.
It's the coolest thing when they walk up to me and they
still
have it. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got people walking up to me. I was in Times Square one time, and the cop on the bicycle cop walked up to me. He was like, "Hold on, let me show you something." He pulled out his wallet, and it was my card that he had in his wallet. He kept it in his wallet, and he goes, "Look at this, man." He goes, "I always knew you were going to do something. Look at that."
Wow.
And plus, he loved the card too. It was a cool card. I'm not gonna lie. It's really
like
cool.
Canal Street before Canal Street.
Yeah,
right? Really.
But I tell every comic that's coming up, it's like, bro, like, go out and get it. Like when I didn't get my first special, I went and got it. Like Netflix didn't give me that special. I went and made it myself after they said no. I went and paid for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I paid. Gemma, right? Let them know. Like,
is that how it works? If you want your own special?
No, that's not how it works. Because they even told me the day I was taping it, they were like, "Hey, we know you're taping it, but we want you to know we really don't want it."
Oh my gosh!
At that point, what can you do? You're already in.
But I love Netflix, and that's a business decision. That has nothing to do with me personally.
Right.
It's just that was a business decision that they made, and I had to be okay with that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I had to be like, all right, that's the decision you made, but let me show you why it's the wrong decision. And I went and paid for it. I paid for all of that, like everything, director, producer,
you stood
editing
behind
bay,
what you believed in.
cameras, everything.
But do you ever hold grudges? Like, well, damn it.
No, not at all.
You and
But I
Elvis.
did want to let people know that, because there's people that are always like, "Oh, he blew up because of that special Netflix game." And I'm like, pump the brakes, homie. Pump your brakes. Before you make your little assumptions, that's not what happened. That's what's happening with you, but that's not happening with me. I went and paid for that
You
thing.
didn't get a discount.
No. I remember I had 2 shots at that thing, and I remember the first taping we had technical difficulty with the jib, and I remember saying to myself, "Man, I got all this money invested, and we're not going to be able to use that first taping." And it was the second taping that we went in on. Like,
But you got it.
You got it, yeah.
Can I tell you something from a fan's point of view? I remember the night Alex and I sat down and watched Joe Coy live from Brooklyn, right?
Oh.
So it was a day. We had a great day at doing whatever. And I said, "What are we doing? Where are we going tonight for dinner? What restaurant?" He said, "Let's just stay at." Okay. What do you want to do? Let's watch a movie. So we started flipping around. I said, "Wait a minute. Live from Brooklyn. It's out. It's been out a few days now. This is back in June or July, whatever. So I remember we got big bottle of wine. We sat down. We dimmed the lights. We had the dogs with us. They'd already eaten and peed outside, and they're ready to like hang out. We just sat there and just got into it.
Oh.
We didn't talk during it. We would laugh. We just relaxed. It was just an event for us, even as simple as it was in our own TV room watching you. That's how great these nights are when you release these specials on Netflix. Thank God you invested in that one specials ago. Because it gives us a chance just to sit back and let someone else do the work for us. And just watching you tell your stories, watching you brilliantly get that audience going. We felt as if we were there with you in the comfort of our own home, getting sloshed on some cheap wine.
Yeah.
But just thank you so much for those moments. As simple as they seem to us, those are our favorite moments together.
Oh, you
They
made
really
me cry
are.
right now.
No, they really are.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What do you
You
say,
got me
Nate?
all. You got me all.
Now give me some cash.
Oh,
He's writing cue cards for me. Do you have any cash?
Give us some money. That's so funny.
Yeah, I should pay you for that.
Yeah.
More so than my Netflix monthly subscription. Do you get free Netflix? I know, a stupid question.
By the way, I just want to I don't want anyone to think like Netflix made a great decision, and I went in and brought that special into them. You know what I mean? And then they watched it and they gave me the deal. So I love Netflix. I don't want anyone to think like, oh, he hating on Netflix. No, I love Netflix.
No one heard you hate on Netflix
I
at
know,
all.
but I just don't want it to be misunderstood.
No.
And they gave me a great deal.
there you go.
Well, they don't do that for everyone,
yeah,
Joe. So obviously you earned everything you got out of it.
They gave me a golden mic and a matching jacket.
Wow.
And they said I was the only one.
They do love you, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They do. Well, Joe, thank you so much for coming in.
I love you.
Just beginning a new adventure, Joe Coy Just Being Coy tour. It's coming to town. It'll be here in our town in Newark tonight. There are a few very, very, very affordable seats available.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're the best. And every time you visit us, we always hurt in our faces a little bit because you make us smile.
Oh, I love you.
You're the best.
Say I love you in my language, Tagalog. Say mahal
Mahal
kita.
kita. Mahal kita.
I love that. Thank you.
Is that really what it means, or did you just tell him to say something crazy?
Yeah, he just offended a lot of Filipinos right now.
I just said
No, you did it. You did it.
He slurred
No,
everybody.
you said I love you.
Did I just say finger my anus?
No.
I wouldn't know.
How do you say that?
Huh?
Asking for a friend. How would you say that?
Ask you what?
Finger my anus.
No. I ain't falling for that one.
Never. Gandhi is a menace. Never listen.
Yeah.
For all the info on when Joe is coming to your town, go to joecoy.com. And of course, whatever Joe Coy does, please support, because we love Joe Coy. And thank you for being here today.
I love you
Joe
guys.
Coy.
Thank you.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.